Checking the gate. Looks good. Alright, checking everything else. Says we're streaming and we should be live. Verify for me, Grim.
Oh, it's blue.
Yes, so hey
Yes.
everybody. We are live. Welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers lunch stream. Glad to have you guys here. Welcome. I'm your host with the most, Ranger J 1999. Glad to have you guys here with our new look for the lunch stream. Me and Finn have been busy. Finn had me run around with my head cut off yesterday, but we set up a new look for the lunch stream, and we're doing that for some other stuff too. So we got some new looks coming for you guys for lots of the games that we play and things of that nature, trying to upgrade the look of the stream, things of that nature. You can see everything's been changed a little bit. Some features are there, but welcome to our lunch stream. If you guys are new to this, welcome to the lunch stream. This is where we hang out and talk shop about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. We're going to have Ranger suffer through mod depression. We're going to have we're going to do a Ross review like we always do for the lunch stream, and then we'll do your questions. If you have questions, all you need to do is pop those into the chat and we will get to those. Make sure you put question for your statement. Also, do me a favor, guys, really important. Make sure you do one, say hello in chat, so we'll go out, shout everybody who's out there in TV land. And also, if you could give us a thumbs up on the video and subscribe, spread the word about RSG. And what we're doing. So glad to have you guys all here. Joining me as always is Grim the Mechanic.
How's it going, guys? I really like the look that you guys did. Wow, that looks good, dude.
Yeah, we're working on some other stuff too. So now that Finn's work is not so stupid. I mean, there goes a lot of time and effort. If you guys don't know, there's a lot of time and effort goes into the background of what we do. I mean, when we're not streaming, either I'm working on stuff like this or with Finn, or we're busy in Discord answering people's questions. You know, I get pinged in Discord all the time from people, and which I encourage. It's fun. I enjoy it. Don't be shy. If you have things that you want to set me up, you know, just hit me up in Discord. I'm always there to answer any of your guys' questions. And sometimes it's just to say hi, man. What's up? I had someone do that the other day. Like, no, I just want to say hi. Like, hey, what's going on, brother? You know, sometimes you just say, hey, Ranger. Hi. Like, hey. So glad to have you guys here. We're going to get into it. I've already got mods set up for us to suffer through said mod depression, so that'll be going on. A couple things on there. You can see we've got the donation tracker on the left. So if you do a donation, which you can do with Super Chat, Patreon, PayPal, we have the PayPal set up on YouTube, Twitch, whatever you do will still pop up. So we have Streamlabs set up for that purpose, and it'll be registered on the left there. Vader's Cup of Plenty is still in the center of the screen, and if you donate, stuff still flies from the air, and we will get stuff dropping into the cup. And, you know, if you donate $20 1 cent or more, we'll whip out our pickles, and everyone will whip out their pickles, and we'll have the pickle extravaganza. So there you go. So that being said, let's get into the show. Glad to have you guys here. It's Tuesday. Let's get through this madness, and let's see who's out there in TV land. We have our friend Eutis is greeting RSG family. Hope things are going well. Let's get ready for battle and do our battle cries. Spoon. Yes, I know it's from the Tick, but you know he puts
Spoon.
Yeah, he puts it in chat. Just spoon, right? I don't know what he's referencing because I don't have any contacts, right? And he's like, it's from the Tick. Well, of course it is if you know it's from the Tick, but just because you put spoon in there, it could reference a lot of things. But you corrected me and sent me a video, and I made sure to bonk him and slap him in the face. I was like, I get it. I know to the Tick. I watched the Tick. I didn't know you were referencing that specifically because a lot of people would think spoon, the Matrix, right? So, I mean, yeah.
There is no spoon.
Help me, yeah, to understand the context of the things that you're doing, and quit beating me up.
Well, Ranger, you know every good superhero group has their own catchphrase.
No, I love.
Which means we need to come up with ours.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that's what he was referencing, but yeah, I love the Tick, and it was funny.
So,
I hadn't even thought about it for a long time, so it just wasn't registering because that's an older cartoon. Mm-hmm. So when it popped in there, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's true." Now I remember that now. So I just need to remember.
I know our call phrase for us. Butt sock.
No, no, it doesn't quite fit. I can't really weaponize that to something. Revenate to see he waves. Moss Mike is here. He says, good morning. Hey, Mike. Yay. Foreigner says, hello. Hello there, Foreigner. Dr. Feelgood. He's the one that makes you feel all right. He's here. He says, happy Tuesday, everyone. Jason Hommel says, sup. What's up to you, Jason? What's up, homie? Danilo Papaya says, good evening. Hey, Danilo. Who, question mark, times 3 says, if I say something my wife doesn't hear me, am I still wrong? Yes. I'm not even going down that road with you, brother. You're on your own on that one. CBO97 says, good morning, RSG crew. Let me go back here. Spider's here. He says, nice layout. Thank you, my friend. Shadowville, my H-Town brother from another mother, says, hey, all. Glad to have you here, SV. Darth Vader 87 says, good morning. Like the new look. Thank you, Darth Vader 87. Matt Bailey with his normal and wonderful greeting says, gracious good morning, gentlemen, and to you, my friend. Matthew 1908 says, cheers, everyone. Nice touch-up. Thank you, my friend. Darth Sign 1972 says, happy Tuesday, Ranger. Happy Tuesday to you. Fedochinko says, good morning. Good morning to you. Yuta says it was awesome. Yes, I think Ranger is on crack. Well, it's not crack, it's meth. Hermit Fulgrim says, howdy, Ranger. Hey, Hermit Fulgrim. Makwa's here, says, booze who all. Hello, all. I can't pronounce your language, Makwa. I'm not even going to try it. That would be disrespectful. But he always has cool greetings.
Hi, people.
Oh, God. Well, my day's ruined now.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
Hooray! I took out a whole neighborhood.
Yeah, oh, God. All right, Finn's here. Look, everybody, it's the Trill Extraordinaire Finn. Great, he's here. Wonderful. People are liking the new look, Finn.
I'm still only temporarily here. I'm getting lunch, and then I'll be back at home. And then I'll be on.
And what are we having for lunch, Finn?
I'm getting Moe's, actually. Getting myself a burrito.
Okay, make sure it's chicken.
It is.
Okay, good. Gappy says, hey, RSG peeps and fellow skewers. Whipping my pickles out as excited over the new look. Thank you, Gappy. Shadowville says, catchphrase, I blame Finn. I like that. Yeah, I blame Finn, I think is our catchphrase. C Danger Z is here. He was with a wave. Hello, my friend. Our good friend Jason Krulik says, good morning, everyone. Same to you, Jason. Barrel HK0 says, hey, Archie. All my success in this game is due to the crew. Well, thank you for that, Beryl. We try to do our best to be successful. I mean, we're 5-1 in GAC, and I won my last GAC match, so our defense held. But Grex made me sweat it out because that's what he does, man. Good friend McKay's is here. Cheers to you, McKay's. Glad to have you. That's the slicer for our good friend Urs, because Urs needs the help, but he pays, I think, McKay's in like Togrutas and Carillion Lights, so it's not an actual cash operation. So just throwing that out there. And then our good friend Dojason's here. Hey, man, she says cheers to both you and McKay's with cheers. Glad to have you guys here. So we got the new look, we got everything going. Got the new car out for a spin, so let's do what we always do, and let's not even put it off. We know what's coming next. And if I didn't catch your name, you haven't said anything, like JTB just showed up, Jedi Training Bogus said, sup dogs, glad to have you here, JTB. If I catch your name, I'll shout you out, but can't catch everybody. It's like Pokemon. Pokemon! Let's rock and roll. Let's just go through here and roll these mods. Roast Taco got pawned again in GSC due to the mods. This game is sucking. Well, you're just gonna have to do the best you can. Damn it, Rose. I understand. Mods are awful. I've helped you. I've remodded. We'll do it again if I have to. But yeah. So I'm facing it. So a couple things on my account real quick. Let me go back. I did take Marauder to 13. So he is a part of my arena team. Where let me find that beautiful man with his gear 13. Let's just go by gear tier. And I modded him with the best mods I had at the moment. So I got that squared away. So that's Darth Revan. I don't want Darth Revan. I want Marauder. There he is. There's gear 13 Marauder. I want to get him on the team. I got to slice some of his mods there. So slicing, we'll be going for those mods first. Just to help out. But he is gear 13, heavy on the damage, heavy on the crit chance. I was trying to do offense, but I just don't have enough good offensive mods because he does need speed. So I went a little bit different route, but there you go. So he's there. I've got Thrawn and Jedi Revan, and I think Chewbacca and Han are maybe next GBAs on the. Those are probably my next Gear 5s or Gear 13s. So there we go. Well, since I'm here, let's just go through Malik, our Lord and Savior understudy, and let's do these mods. So here we go. Get your questions in. Get everything you need to get in. We will rock and roll. Yeah, let's do this. So let's sort by speed, because I know for a fact that none of these stupid ass mods had speed on them, even though I got some blues and stuff. But they're not 5. You can see I've got a lot. I've sold a lot of 4s. I got a lot of green 4s I need to slice. But if it ain't a 5, I just don't care. Oh, we got an arrow. Well, that. Gee, I wonder if I'll get speed on this one. Oh, look, I got a 30 speed.
Yeah.
Great. Stupid. Oh, gosh. All right, let me go back down and do this again. So let's see if we can get any speed on these bad boys. We'll start with the blues. You know, remember, oh, we did have a speed on a blue. Okay, I take that back. But let's see, it's 3 speed. This never goes well for me, folks. So here we go. And depression. A blue 3. No. Even if I go to purple dyes, it gets a 9. Oh, Lord. All right, let's do this next one. We'll go to 6. Usually we go to 6, but that had speed on it. Oh, Lordy. Well, this is going to turn out to be one hell of a depression day so far. And let's see here. Nope. Next one. Next one to 9 is a green. Let's see what we get. Alright, it's got speed 4 on it. Let's see if we get a hit on the speed with the next roll. No, it
Speaking of Ranger Depression, I'm back.
Great. Alright, next one we're rolling.
I got my burrito.
Okay, congratulations. Nope. Let's see here. Next one. Nope. Not. Turned out to be a good day. Alright, we'll roll these. These are grays. We always roll these to 12. Let's see what the stat is. Speed 4. We'll slice that because, well, it's a speed 4. Let's see if we get anything. No, we got potency. Hey, another green speed 4. God bless America, man. This is a goddamn it's a goddamn conspiracy, man. What's this? Protection? Nope. Oh boy, I did get protection on the. I'll think about that one. All right, next one. Nope. Next one. Christ. Nope. Wow. Nope. Well, this is definitely turned into depression. Alright, finally a speed 5. Jesus. That only took forever. And it says I can slice it, but I don't have... I'll use some energy, why not? Where is it? Purchase. I'll purchase it. So, why not? Let's see if we can get... okay, we got 18. I'll take the 18. Let's see. Alright. Neat. Oh, then the mod goes away. Perfect. Nothing like the mod going away to... where is it? There it is. Alright, we're going to slice this one, see what we get. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, here we go. Come on, Malik. Give me a big hit on here. It's just speed. I just want speed. Nothing else. Come on. Na 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 na. Yes! Finally. Finally. We get it. We got 8 on that sucker, so we'll keep that locked. It's got some potential. See what it hits with the blue. Don't get our hopes up yet. We know how this goes. And the next one, no, I didn't hit anything. So all in all, pretty cruddy day. I don't want to lock that. Yes, unlock this mod. So not good. We got one mod. It did hit speed, so we have mild cases of lower end depression. All right, well that was great. No, Nathaniel Morgan, it just looks cooler. and then makes my depression looks better. All right, we're done. Okay. Slappy has this nice fancy template. Thank you, my friend. All right, so there we go. Oh, I just roll it just for Hawthorne, just to see what all the stats and see if it hits anything, but it didn't. So it's not that big a deal. It's not like I'm dying for credits and stuff. So all right, well that sucked. So let's go into something that'll make me less depressed. Between Infinity and the mods, it's just, there's only so much depression I can take. But you know what will cheer me up, Graham? Let's do a roster review, because you know what? That makes me happy. That really makes me happy. So,
Yep.
no, I want that. Okay, take that off and put this up. There we go. All right, we were looking at. Well, I hit something on here. What happened, Gigi? No, go back to the profile. I don't know what I hit, but okay. Quit being sensitive. Jesus. Good Lord. All right. So we are doing our friend Beryl. That's his profile today. And then he's shout out to his guild, the Unholy Alliance. And let's see what Beryl wants. He says, Unholy Alliance Guild just transitioned from Jedi Knight Revan to Darth Revan for Arena and would love some advice on modding and developing that squad in Galactic Republic. Also, interesting advice on defense for GAC and farming next steps. Any other modding suggestions would be great. I'm in a pretty casual guild, and we just started clearing Heroic Sith and are looking at some more dedicated raiders. Thanks so much. Well, that's what we're here to do, Beryl. So let's kind of break down you're running a standard Darth Revan team. You just started doing it. Still doing pretty solid in Arena. We'll see. We'll check out your stuff. You're doing great in Fleet. 3.8 million GP. So we got that going for you. Let's see. Hey, Proper Catch, what's going on? What else? 73 is here. Nat Swarm, glad to have you all here. Okay, so let's look at your speeds first, because it's all about speed with Revan. Okay, he's gear 12, but he is 313.
313, nice.
Pretty nice. So once you get the, I don't know how many gear 12 plus pieces you have on him without looking at it. How much more speed you can get gear 12? Let's see. He's got current gear 1, so he can get, let's see, that's 10, 16, 18. Probably get him around, 331 once you get him gear 12. Gear 12 or gear 13, that is a priority on your arena team. So that's the first thing, to get him more speed. That's going to make a huge difference for you with gear 13. So that's important. So, but still really, really good on the speed on him. Let's check out your Basti. She is 278. We got some work to do on her. Again, lacking some gear 12 or gear 12 plus, so that's going to add another 14, 16. I put her around 300. So it looks like we do need to work a little bit on the speed mods, but welcome to my world. Jesus, welcomes to my worlds. So we have a little bit more work to do on her. Gear 13 will help her tremendously get to near that 300 mark. That's going to help you out a ton with your speed. So we need to work on speed on her. Don't really need to look at Sith Trooper or HK, other than do they have the right mods. HK, get rid of speed. We want more offense on him and damage. You don't need speed. You don't need potency. Just damage. Go offense. So we need to change that out. And then Darth Malik, let's look at where we're at with Malik. He is 5-star, gear 10. Protection, I'm fine with that. Protection on the triangle, protection, yeah. So the modding on him is fine. Not too worried about his speed. It'll go up some as he goes to gear 13 as well, especially from 11. Once you get into 11, 12, 13, his protection value will go up more. So, looking to see if he has the Zeta's gear needed. Okay. I wish when you looked at a character's profile, it had the Zetas on this screen. You can look at it. You can't really find it on here, just gear and stuff like that. So we'll have to go in there. So I don't know if he has, I'm assuming he has the 2 Zetas on there, but we need to get him priority gear to at least 11. To use your get for what you're trying to do to get his shards, get him get him 6 and 7 stars will make a huge difference with that as well. So all in all, I think a pretty good run, pretty good job. Stanky says, "Hey Ranger, hey Chad, hey Stanky." Yeah, I get you. I see you, Barrel. He says, putting all my energy toward Gear 13, Darth Revan Gear 13. I like it. So, okay. So we did that. Let's go through the rest of your teams here. Let's see here. If we can go back to characters. Kind of sense of what we got. So 3 on Darth Revan. Let's look at the... Now that I've seen what we need to work on. Sith Empire. Okay, we do have the okay, good. The Zetas are on the team. Yeah, Gear 13 for Revan is fine, but you've got to collect those crowd texts. You got to collect that. Let's try to get Malik at least to Gear 11. Sith Trooper, if you're going to use him, you need to have him Gear 11 too. But yeah, the gearing priority is for your Sith Empire team since that's your winning team. Let's get them as high as you can to be the most effective we can there. Let's go through the rest of your squad. So we're looking at 8 teams we got to place on defense and offense. You are running the Bounty Hunter team. We are going with the... Okay, we do have Django lead. So boss, this is really a good defensive team. We always talk about it. Your boss speed's pretty solid. 268 with 30. That puts him 298. That's really good. That gets him outside of the Ray and Trooper thing. We do eventually need to get a Zeta on him. To round him out so that his taunt cannot be removed. That makes him more of a pain in the ass more than anything. I mean, CLS still can stomp this team, but it's still, we always talk about this in GAC. If you can force them to use a high level team to beat another team, then you've already won because it makes it more difficult for them when you get to your backline. You have to think about this kind of stuff, and bounty hunters can cause that to happen. If your boss is too slow and you're not running Django lead, they can be troopered easily. They can be JTR'd. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that having a fast boss, the way he's got it set up is really nice. So there we go. But bounty hunters look great. That's defense. I'm just going to go down the line and look at what you have. Clone troopers are pretty solid. This is a really good team. We don't have this. We have the Zetas on 5, not on Rex yet, but pretty solid actually. You could probably use this on. Offense if you wanted to. I have some people on defense. If you want to put this as a backline team on defense, you can. Especially if you have something going on with Shock T. We'll look at that here. But this is a possibility, but needs a little bit more work, but you can place as a backline, still pain in the ass. It can be kind of, with the new reworks, it's a little bit harder to do some things against them. But if you have the Zetas, they're really a pain in the ass to deal with. But you can keep them for offense and do some stuff with them. Let's see. First Order. There's a defense team. Some people like it on offense. I'm either or on this. I like them on defense. I've been putting them more in the back line as a surprise, especially if they have to use like a JTR or my front line. Makes it a little bit trickier to get through. I like them on defense. They regenerate health and protection. A lot of people like on offense. I'm cool with that too. If you want to use them on offense, some use them to clear Karth. They use it as with the 2 Kylos and stuff to get rid of Malix if they're down there. So it's got some stuff. I had some horrible RNG in my last GAC with the Darth Revan using that team because stun just wouldn't land. It's like, God dang. Give me a break, man. But yeah, I like it on defense, and you can use it on offense. So it gives you a little bit of flexibility. Let's see here. Burrow says, would Ness be good to replace Zam and Bounty Hunters? Yes. I mean, at your level, you can do that. It makes the Bounty Hunters more difficult. If you're going to do that, you want a fast Ness offensive-minded so she can get the days off on teams, keep them from doing their thing like a trooper team or if they're using CLS, because Han will shoot first, but then, if you have a fast Ness, she can do her AoE days. It can't call an assist. They can't counter. It's really nice. So you can do that. I may test that out this next JAC. But then again, you're losing a potential to get extra banners. Now, at my level, I'm starting to see that where I don't have a lot of teams where Ness can be used in a solo capacity. So I may try Ness with the Bounty Hunters and see how it goes. But yeah, that's a good call there, Barrel, for that. See, GR was another team wanted to look at. So Padme's 11, 2 Zetas. Got the Zeta on 3PO. He's 11. Kenobi's 12. We don't have the Zeta on him. Anakin does have the Zeta, so you're getting the call and assist. I'd keep this team for offense. Not quite ready for defense. You don't have the top Kenobi. You're going to try to want to control this a little bit. It's good enough to use on offense, though. You can use this to clear a lot of stuff, man. I can't say enough good things about the GR team. You can... Geonosians, it stomps Knights. I mean, any team, it can stomp. It has a little problem with Grievous. You have to kind of control it a little bit if it's a Gear 13 Grievous, but it can still do it. But yeah, it's a super badass team, and I'd keep this one for offense for you in your case. But yeah, we need to eventually work on them. But let's see where your Separatists are first before I go finish up the Zetas on them. Your Troopers, we'll look at Geonosians when we look at Separatists. Your Troopers are solid. What's the speed on your Stark? 275. He gets the 20 from Veers. That's 295 offensive team only. Continue farming your Range Trooper. You're going to need to get gear on Death Trooper and Shore Trooper for the standard team. So consider that. Then, but you can use them on offense. Let's see. We already know your Jedi Revan team. This is just a solid team on offense. I don't like putting Jedi Revan down unless you're lower GP and they don't have it. It's a kind of a pain in the ass to get off the board if that is the case. But a lot of times at your level, you need Jedi Revan for those tough teams. Basily with Jedi Revan, or just Jedi Revan team with Hermit Yoda. Where's your Hermit Yoda? When you get a little gear on Hermit Yoda, you want to be able to use him in the team because you're taking Kenobi, put him on the GR team, but Jedi Revan, Bastila Shan, Jolie, Grandmaster Yoda, Hermit Yoda. Now I use Basilite against Grievous. A lot of people put Grievous down on defense. Excuse me. And I love it. It works very, very, very well. All right. Let's see. Night Sisters. Let's see. This is a good offense and defensive team. This is great. Got the Zetas. Yeah, I like this. You can use it on offense. They're great on offense. I can't say enough. You got Spirit. So you can put this team on defense. What I like about putting Night Sisters on defense and with the teams that I'm going to be running is you have to... Trey can only be used one way or another. Either you're going to use them for Geonosians or you're going to use them for Night Sisters. It's just that simple. But I like this team on defense. It's a pain in the ass team. It just really is. Especially when you get the Zeta on Daga. That's just a nice Zeta. When you get her to get 13 eventually, she's going to be super nasty. But that Zeta allows her just to stack health. And let's see how you have her modded. It should be with health. Yeah, you got health on her with some potency, which is fine. But yeah, good job with the mods there. Old Republic, a team I like on defense. You can use it on offense to see you got Kar Zeta, Kander Zeta, Mission Zeta, Zalbar Zeta, Jahani's 11. Put this team on defense, forget about it. It can be countered, but you want them to use a team on it. I mean, Empire, Palpatine, but again, you force them to use characters in the front lines that they can't use in your back line. That's the whole concept of it. Or be surprised by it in the back line. You can go either way with the Old Republic. Rebels for offense. We'll look at yours real quick. They look really good. That's stupid good. You have lots of teams here for offense to do stuff with, especially with CLS. CLS is still one of the better meta teams in the game. Resistance is, again, another team. You can use them against Bounty Hunter. You can use this team against a lot of stuff. Great offensive team. Yours look really, really good. No issues there. Your Sith, again, offense. You get a couple teams from this. You got Palpatine Vader. You can go Empire. You've got your Sith Empire team. That's really, really good. We're working on eventually getting you're farming for Trey right now. You don't have it, but you do have Sign and Nihilus in the background. The R7 start and farm. Get Trey unlocked. We can start doing some stuff with them. Your Nihilus is 11, so you can use them with Palpatine if you need to. It's good to have a Trey when you eventually do get her unlocked, because that can be that 3-man team, 4-man team that you use against like Night Sisters, things of that nature. So
yeah, and she works at base unlock as well.
Yeah, as long as you have the 2 Zetas. You got to have the Zetas, right? But yeah, and then you need the Zeta for Scion. But we'll worry about that once that comes around. But it's really looking good on the Sith. But you've got those 2 teams that you can do something with offense, or put them on. You can put your Sith Empire on defense if you want to. We already looked at that, and then let's look at your Separatists. This is the last grouping. got some work to do. So your GR team is way more advanced. So I would go ahead and place the Zetas on your GR team and get that rounded out. We need Kenobi. We need Ahsoka. I'd round that team up. Keep farming your B1 and your Droideka. Eventually, start getting your farm going for GBA. You're going to need him. Makes the Geos really good. But once we get done with GR, really looking at your teams here, let's start working on your Geonosians, your Separatists, your droids. Let's start getting all this squared away so you can start using these guys in GOTB. So I think for you, it's finishing up GR and then going into Separatists. A lot of them are farmed. The stars are done. We just got to start doing gear and stuff with them. So gear-wise, priority is Sith Empire, getting that team round out. Then going to GR with gear, but then Zetas is the Zeta priority is your GR team. And then after that, it's your Separatists. That's going to give you two really, really good teams and a lot of flexibility to do stuff with. You can get your Geonosians done. They're great on offensive, defense. They wreck Night Sisters on defense. They're a pain in the ass, especially when you get them higher level. Grievous is a great offensive piece, and he's a great defensive piece because he's a pain in the ass to deal with on defense. So that's going to give you a lot of flexibility. I think if you get those teams done with what you got already, that's going to help you out tremendously. All right, so there we go with that. Finn, are you back home yet? Are you eating a burrito? What are you doing, man?
I'm back home and eating the burrito.
Okay, are you ready to look at some mods?
I actually did look at his mods.
All right, well, I'm going to the mods.
I'm on it.
I know, but when you eat, sometimes you lose perspective and.
Well, I'm eating too, but yeah.
So
actually, he's done a really good job on his mods.
These are nice, yeah.
And I want to shout out one mod in particular. There is one mod that is, I'm going to say, is up there, maybe top 5 of my favorite mods that I have seen on any of the rosters that we've done roster reviews for. It is the arrow on his Grandmaster Yoda.
I know, that's super sick.
It's an offense primary, offense set with 25 speed secondary. Those are like the greatest. If you can get over 20 speed secondary on an arrow, it's awesome because there's a lot of characters that you can potentially lose about 5 speed for and still end up making a really big benefit, right? Because you get more stats from the primary. And that arrow, just very nice. It's one of my favorite mods in all of the roster reviews. And you've done a really good job of modding overall. I checked your speed secondaries. I checked your offense secondaries. You have them on characters that should have those kind of stats. Focus on the ones that should have the most speed, working down from your arena team. Really nice setup. So, yeah, no issues with his mods.
Yeah, they're really nice, man.
Oh, I have an issue with his mods.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
It makes me feel inadequate.
Oh, well. Just looking through if there's anything.
Really well done, dude.
Yeah, it's really good. There's a
I
triangle
wish
on
my
Death
mods
Trooper
looked
you
this
need
good.
to slice. Circle on Poe. Those are priority slices right there. Those are 2 mods I'd like to see if they can get to 20. Yeah, you've got the characters. Let's keep a lot of plus, really nice speed. We need some more speed mods. We talked about Bastila and stuff, so keep slicing speed mods and mods in general just to see if you can get the speed. It's all about speed, man. It is what it is, and that's why you see us banging our head against the wall as we do and suffer through mod depression because, well, it sucks. It's just nothing for it, man. You're just gonna have to keep slicing, focus on speed, so you can get your characters like your Bastila, things of that nature faster. You just got to keep slicing and keep doing what you're doing. Mods look really great. They're on the right characters. I don't have any problems with the modding that you've done. On your arena team, on your Jedi Revan team. If it's a certain mod I'm looking at, it's like, yep, I put it there. That looks really good. So I don't have any really issues with that. But we will need some more speed secondaries, especially with speed mods, to get your Bastila to where she needs to be at. If you can get your Bastila super fast and your Darth Revan pretty fast, or Darth Revan and Malik really fast, that helps you out tremendously when you're doing arena. So you've got the team. We got to get gear on Malik and your Trooper to do some stuff with. So yeah, I have nothing else to say, man. I mean, you've got a lot of flexibility. I still think going into finish up your Sith Empire team into GR with the Zetas and gear, and then going into the Separatists, it's going to give you a lot more teams to use on offense and defense. You've got a lot of good teams that are done already for offense and defense already that we talked about. That you can go either or. It just depends. You have to really scout out your opponent at your level and see what they have and what they don't have, and then what you're going to place. It's going to dictate what you do at 3.8 million. You're in that Division 2 category, so you're placing 8 teams on defense. Remember, always lean more toward offense, which I would do in your case. You can still put down Bounty Hunters with Nest. You can still put down First Order. You can still put down Old Republic, and your Night Sisters. And maybe go a little bit less in the back if you want to. But I think overall you're doing a great job, man. I really don't. You know what you're doing. This looks really great. You can take those suggestions for what they're worth, and you can do with them whatever you like, man. But I think you're doing a great job. All right. I think that covers everything. Yep, and Beryl says I would all to RSGU. Yeah, well, we try to do. Now, we've done your roster review. Now, if you have any questions about, like, what we discussed or anything like that, just message me or Finn. We'll get you squared away. Jiri Samola, he put his ally code in. We don't normally do mini roster reviews here. I'll make an exception here, but he put RR question mark. Oh, Ross review. All right, so Jira, here's how it works. If you want an in-depth lunch review, send that and what you want us to look at to Finn. Finn, explain how it is. Now, if you want me to just look at something real quick, Jira, I can. I'll go put your ally code in, but we'll do a quick little scout of something you want me to look at. But if you want, like we just did, or a good friend Beryl, Finn, how does someone like Jira who just put their ally code in get a in-depth roster review for a lunch stream?
Sure. So the lunch stream is special because we provide roster reviews for free for everyone. And how do you get yourself a free roster review? You hop on to the RSG Discord. The link is in the description in the YouTube video. Message me, Finity, saying that you want a roster review, and please include your GG page as well. Once you do that, I will message you that you are in the queue. If I don't respond to you that you are in the queue within 24 hours, just ping me again, and I will just make sure that I got your message. Then I will add you to the queue. The wait right now is about 1 to 2 weeks. As your date gets closer, I will message you saying that your roster review is coming up. I will schedule a specific date with you for the lunch hour, and we will do your roster review with whatever questions and stuff you guys have. So I'll collect all of those, and we'll do the roster review. If you want to have a roster review potentially a little bit quicker, Ranger does mini roster review streams where you guys can hop on, put on your ally code there. Ranger will review your roster review. Hopefully, if you guys enjoy it, you will support us as well, because all the financial support that you guys give us goes to fun stuff like our ACS campaign that we are working on right now for 2020 with the big event on September 24th. So make sure you bookmark that date. And if you have any other roster review questions that you have, again, just feel free to PM Ranger or myself, and we will answer those questions for you.
But Finn, what if I want to get my lunch roster review done sooner rather than later?
Well, we have an expedited path that if you are a green patron or higher, we will put you on the expedited line for the roster review. So if you are one of those patrons, make sure that when you message me for a roster review, you let me know that you are a green level or higher patron. Then we will add you to the expedited queue, which will put you to the top of the list, so we'll schedule you ASAP. But everyone is able to get one for free as well if you don't mind the wait, and we will get you scheduled.
All right. All right, and if you are hurting for mods and your mods are a disaster, all you need to do then is message me, RangerJ1999, and I will help get your mods squared away. I charge $15 for every 500k GP or $30 for every million GP. If you need help with your mods, get them squared away. I will do all that stuff. If you want to hang out with me while I do it, it's a $20 video call. You just jump on Zoom. We can hang out. We'll just charge $20 extra. But we'll get all your teams squared away, get all your mods sorted, and I'll teach you what you need to look for with mods and things of that nature so you can be better at it. People really enjoy it. They like hanging out with me. They get to ask me questions about their teams and, how to look for stuff and priorities and just hang out. And so if you're interested in that, please message me, RangerJ1999. There you go. All right, we are done with that. Let's get into the game. It's time for questions. Finn's eating a burrito. So, Finn, if you'd like to quit stuffing your face, we could do some questions. It's question time, Finn. Finn?
I have finished eating said burrito, but okay. I don't have it open, but I'll be happy to help.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I need a little bit of time to get the questions up. So if you have them, you can start. Then I'll grab them.
Well, fine, Finn. I will do that because someone.
That's fine.
Oh no, my Nightbot thing just went poop.
Haha.
Uh-oh.
Really? Oh, we just got a donation from somebody. You two just donated $5. Hold on, I'm trying to do multiple things.
$5. Sorry, Ranger. I forget that I live inside my head. I forgot not everyone knows what I'm talking about. I just love you guys.
It's all good. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's fine. He said, "Come on, baby Rangers. They flew into the cup. Don't you worry." All right, let me give me a second here. I've got multiple things happening at once, so bear with me. All right. No, Nightbot. What is this crap? Get out of here. Oh, for God's sakes. Finn, do you have it up? Okay, I got it. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, logs. Okay, question. Okie dokie. Let's see here. September the 10th. I want a little bit more than that. Revenator was the first question. Question Ranger just said he would answer any questions by pinging him in the Discord. Is there a limit to the number of pings or content? Okay, moving on. Nice try, Revenator. I caught it before I said anything. You're a very bad man. I'm not finishing that statement. Nice try, Revenator, but the way I've got it set up, you're not going to catch all Ranger J 1999 anymore. Say, nah. All right, Jason Krulik question. What are your thoughts on the Relic video that was posted yesterday? Cubs and Mobile Gamer don't seem to like it. I think we've given our thoughts on this, Finn. What do you want to reiterate our points about Relics?
So I'm confused. What is there not to like? Because they didn't introduce anything in that video that wasn't already said.
Yeah, we already know what the deal with Relics are.
Again, I haven't seen their video. If someone can explain what exactly they didn't like, because I didn't get a chance to watch it.
It's the same thing we discussed already in our video that we did.
I think our Relic video was better. I'm just saying.
we were a little bit more tongue in cheek though, Finn. But this was like your standard.
It's real though. It might have been tongue in cheek.
It's real. It's science, man. But I mean, it just in a general sense, it just broke down what Relics do, right? It just gave you an idea for it. But we already knew this already. They just did a video for it, so it's already in the post. They already had this in the forum, so it wasn't anything in there that that wasn't already out there information wise. So I mean, we still think that this is too soon. I mean, they can hype it all they want. It's just too soon. We just got Gear 13. I understand why they're doing it. I think they should have waited a little bit till we had a little bit more flexibility with the Gear 13s. But it's their company; they can do whatever they want. That's just our opinion. We think it's a little too soon, but I didn't see anything in there that I didn't already know that was already been presented either through the Q&A or the other forum posts that were there. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't understand so if they were just generally upset, right, then that's fine. But if they were upset about something new from that stream or from that video, then I'm a little confused as to what they found in there, because there really wasn't anything new.
Well, we did get the mod little thing there that was on there. It has a picture of higher level mods, Finn.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean mods are coming out. They've done this to us for 3 years now.
Yeah.
Where they put out screenshots that will show us stuff that hasn't even been close to being done in game, because they're doing it in a beta development stuff, right? If you think that they introduced 6E to not promote it to 6A eventually, then you're living under a rock.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. Like, if you were surprised that suddenly 6E became something that the CG was thinking about, then you've just been not really playing this game the entire time, because that's why they made it 6E, so it can go all the way up to A. It's really not anything. And they didn't say that the mods were being upgraded. They just showed you a character that had those mods. I don't know if you remember, there was a time period where, and I want to say it was the EA Play event, 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say it was Mobile Gamer that accidentally geared up something to Gear 13 during the stream, right? He just kept on pressing the pluses and got all the way up, so they had to reset it and have him level it up again. The dev accounts allow you to take things farther than what is actually in game, even beyond what is planned. So it's really not anything to make a big deal about until they announce that mods is getting an increase, which, by the way, I think can actually help mods. We can have that discussion later. I think actually moving mods up to 6A can potentially help people. But even with that, I think it's kind of a silly.
I mean, for me, the video, talking about the video again, a lot of people don't read the forums and things of that nature, so I think it was good that they post that. Many people may not know that this is happening because, we're a small community that's really actively engaged, right? That casual player that doesn't read the forums and just plays the game may not know that Relics is coming up. So for them to do that video as a basic breakdown, I'm cool with. It doesn't change my opinions about mods or anything. I think the video was fine. So, yeah.
And the people that don't follow anything anyways, that just heard about Relics for like the first time, I can almost guarantee you they're not paying attention to mods either. So they might have just seen that video and just not even paid attention to the mods.
So, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, next question. Let's see here. I lost my place. Doji-san question: What is a relic and what does it do? And also, who's your daddy and what? He wants to do this in Arnold. What is a relic and what does it do? Also, who's your daddy and what does he do? Finn, what does your father do? Answer immediately.
Engineer.
Good guy. He's not a gynecologist?
No.
All right. You know what it is, Doja-san. Get out of here. I know you're informed. See what you've done, Finn. You've created trolls out of everyone.
Hooray!
Oh, God.
Destroying neighborhoods and creating trolls since 2015.
Yeah, that's what we do, I guess. JTB question: I may not have all the information about relics, but why CG is only adding relics to certain tunes? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of not our intention when upgrading, i.e. paper zombie? I think
they're adding it to everything.
Yeah, it's every character is going to get a relic. That was something I saw. So, yeah. The abilities, they did show in the video that eventually it'll upgrade special abilities. That was in the video, I remember that, but they said that's further down the line. They're not introducing that right away, but it's something that eventually, the higher the relic, it'll unlock a special ability, which, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I can't wait for that to come because it's going to change the game for a lot of stuff. Yeah. All right. Makwa question: How would you mod Rex? Had him modded for potency back in the day, but I have 100 speed on him. Should I remod him? I mean, I've seen speed. I've seen offense on him since he can do some serious damage. What do you think, Finn, Grim? What would you like to do with the old Rexy Poo?
Speed and protection, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. You want him as fast as he can possibly be so he can use his Annihilate as quick as possible.
Yeah, it's nasty.
And his first special still gives everyone turn meter, right? So
yep.
You still want to get him fast. And you want protection because you need him to survive in the off chance that they're somehow like stopping fives from taunting and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
All right. Question from our good friend Stanky. Question: Is Han Solo worth taking to Gear 13? Absolutely. Is he worth taking before other characters? Not so much, but he's still pretty damn up. He's in the top 10 for me. Top 15 characters that I want to get done. He's stupid at Gear 13. Him and Chewie, good Lord in heaven. But there's some other characters I want to get done first and round out some teams, and I can do pretty well without him at Gear 13, but holy God, is he pretty good. Someone sent me some stuff with him in action. I was like, I was like, oh my God. But there's only so many Gear 13s you can work at once, and I'm trying to get there. So I will eventually get Han Solo to Gear 13 and show him off a little bit. Yeah, he's nasty. But is he high priority for, say, some other characters? No, but he's top 15 for me. What about you, Finn, Grim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, Darkside 1972 question: Thoughts on the new Relic video from CG showing Purple 6 mods? Do you think if this comes to the game soon, it's once again too much too fast? Mods are already such a long RNG chore.
I don't think the mods are coming soon.
No, I don't.
Are we actually surprised that they did mods that you can't get in game on characters that
I
are
think
in their
what's the
development
problem
thing.
is-
This is, I mean, they do this every damn time, and we rip them a new one for it. I'm surprised they left them in for this one.
That's the thing, though. I think people are seeing that and thinking that they're bringing out the mods right now, right? Which CG needs to do a better job of. I don't think mods are coming out right now. I will be the first person yelling and screaming if they release relics and mods at like the same time.
Yeah,
Because relics is already too much, in my opinion. Like with being so close to Gear 13, relics is already too much. If they introduce mods as well, that's just ridiculous. So I will be yelling if that's what they do. But as it currently stands, CG has done this before where they've shown things in their videos that don't match what's actually coming up for months. They showed like Gear 12 or Gear 13 like several months before it was released. So all this tells me is that they are thinking about mods moving up to 6A, but doesn't say that it's coming within even the next quarter. So I would just relax on that. Until they announce that mods are coming, the upgrades are coming, and if they're coming so close to relics, I wouldn't get all worried.
No, I don't think that we're going to get that. All right, next question. Nathaniel Morgan question. With every increase to gear, IPD gets effectively nerfed. With Gear 14 coming, will they fix IPD to make him do what he was intended to do? They do kind of need to fix that. Because IPD, you have to kind of... I mean, he's still... If they're under 100k, you have to get him to 100k. So you have to be kind of smart about how you use him. Do you think they need to up his explosive damage there, Finn, Grim?
Yep. I've said it for a while. They've had to update Savage and IPD.
Yeah.
They have to do that because 100,000 is just not valuable. You are
and especially Gear 13.
Exactly. And when you add relics now, because relics increase all stats, including health, and if you try to take out a tank, the tank is going to get additional health bonus. So all of this gets silly. Plus, you have characters now being introduced with reducing kind of reducing percentage effects and reducing massive damage and all these other kind of things. So yes, they need to increase the damage.
I agree.
On both Savage's special and IPD's.
I agree. Nathaniel Morgan question: how is L3 on a boss team? I've seen L3 on a CLS team. I've not seen L3 on a boss team. Have you guys?
No, I can't say I have.
No,
I've never seen that. I think it would be good. She is a scoundrel, so she would get a lot of the benefits. And you could do it. It'd be an interesting team. Problem is, I like her a little bit more with my Kira prepared team, which really, again, it got me the win yesterday. It's gotten me a lot of wins because they run into that team, and they especially in the back line, they're just like, what the hell? It's a nasty team in the back line. It'd be interesting. I think it would work fine. You've got Bosk and L3 in that team. Run Django, run Boba Fett, Dengar. I mean, if you get rid of one taunt, you have to deal with hers, so that protects your other three bounty hunters, especially Django and Boba Fett. So I could see it. That's a good suggestion there.
Yeah, but you're compromising the Kira team doing that.
Yeah, you are. So I mean, it's like any other team. Like if you take something off something, what are you replacing it with, right? Now you could put Stormtrooper Han on the Kira Stall team. It's not as effective without L3, but yeah, if you wanted to be cheeky and stuff, I'd be fine with it. Darsign 1972 question: I have all my 501st Gear 12 currently farming a gear and Shock T. Is it worth it to start gearing Cody and Sergeant? Should I just hoard once Shock T is to Gear 12? I'd hoard. I don't know what we still got more stuff being introduced and reworks coming, guys. I'd wait a little bit on. That's why I haven't put the Zetas yet on any of those characters. I'm just hoarding Zetas and stuff right now. I'm gearing characters, but there are specific characters I'm hoarding, really. Especially my Zetas and stuff, because I want to get a complete picture, right? I don't want to invest in those two characters. They're really good Zetas, and I still get some value out of it, but what if something else comes along? I'm like, that'd make that even better. So I want to get a good sense of what I have overall before I do anything like that. I think if you're in the position to hoard your Zetas and gear and stuff, go for it, but don't go overboard to where your other teams or characters that you need to get done, especially at lower GPs, are not being done. Just stay on target. This is more of an endgame kind of mentality thing. Ray Rock question. I've set a Zeta already. I have a set of Zetas ready to use, but can't decide between Alpha Lead or Five's Tactical Awareness. I already have a Zeta on Five's Domino Squad. Wreck and Shock T's unique, and Alpha's unique. I'd finish Brood Alpha. What do you think, Finn Grim?
Depends on the rest of his clones and his Geos. I in terms of those two Zetas, I like the Fives Zeta more than I like the Geo Lead. But Geo Lead people tend to have a little bit more because they've had the gear invested in them for the ships and everything. So usually the Geos are a little more progressed. So I would do the Geo Brood Alpha because of the gear potentially, but I don't know his roster. But
he said, he says his 501st and everybody are all gear 12, so he's going to get some value out of the. If
they're all gear 12, then fives.
Yeah,
for sure. Fives. The fives.
Oh no, that's the other one. So yeah, I don't know what his level is.
Yeah,
like I said, that was the other question. I was looking at Darth Scion. Yeah, that's from Ray Rock. It depends. Yeah, I think Finn's right. If they're high level gear on your 501st and stuff, go for it. If it's your Geos that are high level gear, go with that. I mean, if it finishes up your Geos, and then you go back and work on the next Zetas for finishing out your 501st. So I don't think there's a right or wrong way. Whichever one completes that team better is my opinion. That was from Ray Rock. Nathaniel Morgan question. Are you sure Echo is in Guild and Fleet Store? It's been a week and no Echo. I don't know, man. Jesus. What's up with that? He goes in spurts, man, right? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, brother. It's a conspiracy. It's treason then. Nathaniel Morgan, we did that one. Matthew 1908 question. After the mod review, I quickly changed mine. Sitting on 2-speed arrows with plus 22 and plus 20 secondary speeds. Both are actually his primary critical damage and critical chance set. Where do you use those best? What do you think, Finn? Finn, are you muted?
Yes, I am. Sorry, can you repeat the primary stats on those?
22 and 20 secondary speed. They're both accuracy primaries on a critical damage and critical chance set.
Critical damage and critical chance. So the critical damage accuracy I would probably use on Scavenger Ray.
That's a good one.
She misses way too much with her special, so I'm trying to shift her over to an accuracy arrow as well. That would be the one I'm looking there. The critical chance is an interesting one. I wish the set was a little bit different. Because the other character that benefits a lot from accuracy is B2.
Yeah, that'd be a nice one.
So he's one of them that I would think about for an accuracy arrow. The fact that it's a crit chance, not the most optimal, but it would work. He really doesn't need speed, right? Which is why I'm a little hesitant.
You could go with maybe Anakin or Ahsoka. They're good choices. Han would be okay with that one. It's not so much about the speed, but I mean, if you wanted something on that, you don't really need to worry about speed on that. I'm just throwing suggestions out here.
The other one I would think about is Acolyte.
Acolyte would be good.
Those are the three typically that I go to for accuracy is B2, Acolyte, and Scavenger Ray. Those are the ones right now, and I'm sure there's others as I try to figure out the best way to mod them. Those three in particular seem to benefit a lot from accuracy arrows. But the crit chance set is throwing me off for B2 because he would be, I think, the most important to have an accuracy arrow. But you're looking for potency on him in order to land those debuffs, right? You're looking for any kind of like protection stats as well. So a health set or even a defense set would be fine. Stuff like that is or even a tenacity, right, to prevent those kind of things. I would go for a lot more defensive, except for the potency and the accuracy. And so I think the best use may be on your B2, depending on what you have for your other sets. But the other one would be, I'm trying to think what other ones you could potentially do. It's a high-speed secondary, yeah. Nathaniel Morgan, that actually is another one I was thinking about, which is Greedo. So you load up Greedo with crit chance, so you try to get him to chain, and that way he doesn't miss. You could definitely do it on Greedo. But yeah, I think just based on the sets itself, I think the crit damage would go on Scavenger Ray and the crit chance would go on Night Sister Acolyte. Those would be, I think, the two that I would put it on.
All right. CBO97 question: what are your feelings on the Relic video showing 6B mods? Do you think they will be a random or static stat upgrade?
Okay, so are we speculating now on mods, even though we don't think that they're coming out right now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I mean, I can. I've said it before, and I'll stick with it. I think the upgrading of mods can actually potentially save the way mods works. And here's why. They have to obviously implement it. I don't know if they're going to implement it this way. So this is speculation, but this would be also the same reason why I saw kind of another comment. I don't know if we did that question or not, but there was a comment about why Gear 13 was needed for the relics and why you couldn't start relics earlier, right? So I'll start there with regards to relics because it kind of shows you where we can go with mods. The reason why relics was probably only Gear 13 is twofold. One, the GP increase when you get to Gear 13 was likely more difficult to alter during, like, with what you had versus what you were already going to add. And so as soon as you hit Gear 13, if you unlock a level 0 of the relic, that can add GP to your character, and that can help with some of the GP gaps that we think should be there between those that have Gear 13s and those that don't, allowing for better matchmaking with GAC. So I think that's one reason why relics are being introduced only at Gear 13. They're effectively Gear 14. They'll contribute to the GP. The other reason is, think about how it looks for a newer player, because they said a lot of this was trying to get in stuff for Galaxy of Heroes. They didn't say it explicitly, but we kind of read between the lines. They're trying to do this before Episode 9 comes out, because when Episode 9 comes out, they're expecting an influx of newer players. So they're trying to get everything in the game that's kind of like this grindy stuff beforehand, so that they can probably introduce more fun stuff coming around Episode 9. If they introduce something where off the bat you had to sacrifice gear in order to level up an item, that never looks good in a game. Just straight up. Unless the whole premise of the game is you collect stuff, you salvage it, and then you customize your build, right? That's one thing. This game is not that. You're still going to need specific gear. And the fact that you need specific gear at the beginning to level up your characters or to gear up your characters, if you also had to then salvage it, that would be very detrimental to a new player. So that's part of the reason why I think they released relics only at Gear 13. So what they're doing is that they're building on an already existing structure, and they're trying to balance things out with relics by focusing them on their archetype. Now let's go to mods. So mods, we had up to 5A, and there was this whole issue with stats and everything, right? And you notice how when we go from 5A to 6E, it gets us into the 6 path, but it only mass upgrades all of the stats. It doesn't level anything up. So what we can kind of infer from this, hopefully, again, this is all kind of speculation, is that when you go from one mark of a mod to another, specifically starting at 5, because you can't upgrade 4s, when you go up from like a 5 to a 6, or moving forward, a 6 to a 7, you're going to base increase all of your stats. But in between, as you go from 5E to 5D, then 5C, 5B, and then 5A, those, you get increase in the stats. If they make it so that mods have a cap on the number of times a stat can hit, so that would be a gold, or like a 5A, or any mod can maximally hit a stat 5 times. What that will allow is for players to then level up their mods from 6E to 6D to 6B to 6C and all that, right? And what it'll allow is for us to be more competitive in Arena, because we will be able to level up our purples that have like 20 speed on it potentially, right? Or even like 22 speed purples and those kind of things that didn't hit the 5th time. When you take it from 6E to 6D, those that already have a mod that hit 5 times can't get speed. It'll only upgrade one of the other stats. And those that didn't have speed hit 5 times, it is still eligible to be leveled at that same like 25% chance for any of the given stats. So potentially by the time you get to 6A, you're going to have a lot more people with speeds that have hit 5 tons. What this means is at the top end, though, the whales will have more mods above 20. But for the purposes of arena, a lot of people will have those mods in order to compete. So you're not necessarily increasing the top, you're capping the speed that people can get, but each person is going to be able to get more of those. And so I think that's the trend we're going to see with mods. I think it actually works better that way, because then it's not going to be a matter of, oh, I can't get those mods with 26 speed. It's going to be, I don't have as many, but now I need to prioritize, which I think puts players at a better mindset than if they just don't have it. Because if you don't have something, it always feels worse than if you just don't have enough of it, right? So I think that's the way they're transitioning with mods. So we'll see what happens. Again, I don't think mods are coming in right now. I think it's way too soon. But I think that's what's going to happen with mods, and it may not actually be a bad thing for the game.
All right. Moss Mike, question: I have 3 Zeta saves. Should I start putting them on my 5 first one until the rumored event? I'd wait, Mikey.
Yeah, wait, because you might need 4 of them for General Skywalker. So
you never know. Nathaniel Morgan question: why does Finn have a Gear 11 Grievous? This is almost as bad as Grimm's 6-star Thrawn.
Actually, that's a good point, because I have a Gear 13 Grievous.
I wasn't focusing on Grievous. He's my current farm. I mean, you didn't need Grievous until the change. So, yeah, I just wasn't focusing on Grievous. I had him 7-starred. So, yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Finn.
Nathaniel Morgan question: why does my keyboard recommend star when I type 6 and recommend Thrawn when I type star? We'll just leave that there. God. Chewy question: what is your favorite burrito place around the corn? I like Moe's. It's a good burrito. What about you, Finn?
So, Moe's is faster, but if I had my choice and I could just pick a burrito, right, it would be Tijuana Flats.
There you go. Graham, any burrito place for you?
The Tortilla Factory in Tucson, Arizona.
All right.
They made some of the best burritos I have ever had out of any place I've ever eaten before.
All right. Question from what else? 3. Black Mama first. Question: I have 1 Zeta ready before this next GAC locks. I have Shock Team clones all gear 12. Which 1 Zeta would benefit me the most for this next GAC, or just hold the Zeta? I still would hold. What do you think, Finn?
Sorry, I was switching. I'm on my computer now. Can you repeat the question?
Question for Black Mamba. I have 1 Zeta ready before this next GAC locks. I have Shock Team clones are all gear 12. Which 1 Zeta would benefit me the most for this next GAC, or just hold the Zeta?
Tactical advantage on 5s.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
If you don't have any of the Zetas on the clones, yeah, tactical advantage on 5s.
Or should he hold the Zeta?
I think it's a good Zeta, so I would put it on it. I don't think that's a Zeta you necessarily need to hold. The only reason to hold is if you really think you're going to work on the next thing that's going to be coming out, like full speed, and you're going to want to save those Zetas. But if you're going to work on teams that are good, or at least combinations, Rex Echoes 5s is a really good trio, and so I would definitely put the Zeta on 5s. If not now, at some point. But if you want to do it for this GAC, I don't think it's a bad idea. It's a good Zeta.
What else in 3? Question: what kind of burrito? I didn't know they were good for marathon training.
Yeah, it's protein. So it was chicken with beans, light on cheese, but I had to get some, and I light on sour cream, and then lettuce. That was it.
Rooster question: how long until a tune hits 400 speed? Eventually. I don't think it's going to be soon, but we'll see.
We'll see how they do with mods. Yes. If they do introduce mods, and again, Relics is already too soon, so I'm already yelling about that. But if they introduce mods, then I'll be yelling even more. But yeah, it's I don't think it's going to be. I don't think we're getting mods upgrade that soon.
Then the important question: will Wampa make the car theme more stout? At least prevent Ewoks. I'd like to move Juhani to Jedi Knight Revan. Don't really need Wampa for offense anymore, although he is nice to have. I've seen a lot of people use that. I'm fine with that move. Finn, Grim.
Yeah, I've seen people use Wampa on that team.
Fine.
Actually, he works really good with them.
Yes, very, very well. Adonis Sigma Echo question: I don't think you have relics at all. Question: don't you think having relics at all gear levels should actually solve a lot of problems inherent to power creep and downright failure of the game to stay alive?
No, yeah, that was the question I was addressing earlier, right?
Yeah.
I think it's because if a new player joins the game and sees that you have to sacrifice gear in order to level these kind of things up, they would be turned off by it. So I think it makes sense the way that they did it. I don't mind, and it also potentially solves a GP problem.
Yes. Barrel HK, our roster review for today says, question: at 122 million GP and a wide range of rosters, do you think it's worth doing GOTB right now? No. Not at 122.
I don't know.
Well, I'd say it would be worth a try at least to see if you guys
see how you do. But he says there's a wide range of rosters. I just don't think they're going to get the benefit.
It's not the range of rosters; it's how active your players are.
Either casual guild too. So he mentioned.
Yeah, if you're casual and you can't, so like the RSG Psy Guild, right? We're casual-ish. We're focused when these things kind of come out, and we ask everyone participate, but we don't like demand particular farms, right? So if you're slow on doing your geos and stuff, we're okay with it. It's casual that we prioritize real life, but when you're playing, we expect everyone to play. So casual can take multiple different definitions when it comes to gaming. If your guild is pushing everyone to at least do the missions, right? Then I would say at least try GOTB, because Guild Event 2 tokens are becoming very important. We see that right now with the Negotiator. Potentially, the Malevolence is going to be introduced in this way. And if it is, you're going to need those Guild Event 2 tokens. Otherwise, you're going to start falling behind in Fleet.
Yeah.
Right, because one of these, more likely than not, is going to end up a meta that disrupts Akbar. It's about time that the whole Akbar Millennium Falcon combo gets disrupted soon from the Fleet meta, and it's either going to be the Negotiator or it's going to be the Malevolence, and you're going to need Guild Event 2 tokens, probably for Malevolence, definitely for Negotiator, to create that counter. So I would say it's worth it as long as you have everyone participating.
Yeah. If not, then it's definitely not worth it.
Then you're not going to even get near enough stars to justify it.
Thing. Hermit Fogan question: when be the next Pirate Wednesday? Yar, T's been too long. What? Yar, 'tis been too long. It 'tis. Oh God, I don't really think about that. All right, let me do it justice. Question: when be the next Pirate Wednesday? Yar, 'tis been too long, it is. Well, whenever we can get T money on it, it doesn't have to be Wednesday.
Zone TM.
We'll have Captain T come back on. Make you walk the plank. Utah question: does Grim have his... No, he doesn't have a 7-star throne yet. All right, that's all the questions for today. So, try to do some Battlefront. They did do the update. I'm going to try to see if it works. I'll do one at 7 p.m. Anything going on for you and anybody else there, Dr. Finn?
8:30 p.m. on Twitch, Borderlands 2. We're planning on finishing off the DLC before Friday with the Borderlands 3 coming up.
Oh, Ziggler just had a question come in. It says, question: what is the best node to farm now that I'm currently done farming? Kylo node or Spirit node? Depends on where your team is. I'd say Spirit, but you did get shit with Kylo. So
also, if you can, right, it depends on your sleep schedule and all of that. Try to keep your, if you don't need Cantina energy, honestly, you might want to consider saving it.
Yeah, hoard it.
Overstocking.
I'm sure we're going to get something that is going to have to be farmed from Cantina again.
Well, we know it's the signal data for relics.
Yeah, well, that too, yeah.
Right? So if you're not hard up for any of the currency and you can get your 600 with just regular energy, you might want to consider saving up all of your Cantina energy and overstocking it until you get relics. And then once you get the stuff, all you have to do is your 8 energy node refreshes a day. Make sure you collect your 45. You'll gain 20 energy a day above whatever you can refresh up to, and then you'll be able to do that. So I would actually say, yeah, start saving as long as you don't need the shard shop currency or that stuff immediately.
All right. All right. So, thank you guys for stopping in. We really appreciate it. Make sure you give us a thumbs up on the video, subscribe, check out all our stuff, our Patreon, Zoom. Subscribe on that if you haven't already. Make sure your subscription's good on that. We're doing Borderlands. We have the big board. Now, what's the plan for Borderlands Thursday and Friday, Finn? Because it launches Thursday night. Is that correct? Borderlands 3?
So we have to get the exact timing. So I think it officially launches at midnight on London time, which I think means 7 p.m. on Thursday. And we can pre-download it, I think, starting sometime tomorrow. So Grim and I, and Sanely, I think, as well, is going to be joining, is going to download everything, have everything preloaded, so that as soon as it opens, we start. So if it's at 7 p.m. on Thursday, we're starting at 7 p.m. on Thursday.
All right. So,
and I will probably be going for 24 hours or something at that point. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure I get lots of sleep.
Yes. Also, we have a big announcement coming up soon. We're just getting the final pieces in place for our visit to the Children's Hospital of Atlanta on the 24th. Make sure you guys spread the word on that. We're going to need as much support on that. We got a 3 or 4 hour window. We don't know exactly when, but we're getting the final details on that. So we'll need full support from the skewers and everybody out there in the community, spreading the word, getting the message out, so we can make that into a really big event. I like to knock that out of the park. So with that, we're going to call this one done. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back tonight for Battlefront and some more Borderlands 2. Is Zabiff joining tonight, or is she?
She should be.
Okay, so we have some Zabiff action. So I'll do 2 hours of Battlefront, and then that'll take us right to Zabiff and the Knuckleheads at, 9:30? 9 o'clock, whenever you guys do, 10 o'clock?
8:30.
8:30?
Our thing's going to be at 8:30. Yeah. 8:30 Eastern on Twitch. Because we have a lot of the DLC we need to finish, and Biffy needs to go to sleep by 10.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, so join us tonight for some more of the Borderlands before Borderlands 3 with the real Tiny Tina.
And we'll all sing Zabiff to sleep at the end.
Oh, no, I won't be there for that then. And then today's Tuesday, we should get a Operation Metaverse stream. So make sure you check out our friends, T Money and